TV's David Whisenant is live in Salisbury. And David, so a U.S. congressman was on campus today, I understand, talking about jobs.
That's what he was doing, Molly. We're talking about Richard Hudson. He's a Republican. He is a freshman. He represents the 8th District. And what he's doing is going around to the community colleges that are within the district. He says there are a lot of jobs out there right now, but the problem is people aren't trained for those jobs. And he says the government's training program is broken.
You don't have to go far to see shuttered factories, but if you look closely, you can find good-paying jobs that aren't being filled because workers don't know how to do them.
Ideally, everything they need to continue on.
Congressman Richard Hudson says there are 12 million people out of work, but 3.6 million jobs unfilled in the U.S. Why is that?
So our workforce training programs are broken. We've got to do a better job. We need to consolidate them, streamline them, make them easier for folks to access, but also have better accountability on the back end.
Is he right?
It's definitely jobs are there.
A Government Accountability Office study from 2011 found that there are 47 different and often overlapping federal job programs that cost taxpayers $18 billion a year. And that's not the worst of it.
And then the folks who are coming out of these programs, 50% of them don't have the skills they need to go into the jobs they're looking for.
The whole emphasis on career is that the intention is if you know what you're trying to get at, what kind of a degree you're trying to get, you'll be more likely to complete it.
Hudson says by putting the spotlight on community colleges, it draws attention to the workforce training that's already going on across the 8th District and the country. Hudson was also a supporter of the Skills Act. That passed the Republican-led Congress last week. It takes federal money away from designated groups of workers and instead combines that money into block grants that states can use for their own job retraining needs. Hudson talked about that with community leaders today.
Now, President Obama and a lot of the Democrats are opposed to the Skills Act because they say if you do that, it's going to shortchange some specific categories by taking money away from them. And particularly those hard-to-employ populations, Democrats are pushing their own bill, but it seems like folks on both sides of the aisle do agree there needs to be some overhaul in the federal government's job retraining workforce program. Live in Salisbury, David Whisenant, WBTV, on your side.
Thank you, David. This is the third community college that Hudson has visited, but today was like a homecoming for him. He used to serve on the school's board of trustees.
Molly, we got some